Hello Gemini, it's Doreen from Insight Readings with your insights for the month of 20. With that said, I just want to say thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your views. It really inspires me to carry on with readings, and it also helps to grow our channel, which is a huge gift to me. So thank you so much for that. With that said, I'm going to go into our reading and explain a little bit about the eclipse that is happening. We've had the one in the North Node, which was in your sun sign, Gemini. Remember, these readings are for your natal sun sign, or your rising sun, or your moon, possibly in Gemini. Then this is where this reading will resonate for you and the areas of your life. So that was on the 30th of November. Now on the 14th of November, we have in the South Node, so it's Rahu and Ketu. Ketu is the end of the dragon, where he releases, he lets go. And it's the South Node, it's karmic release and letting go in the sign of Sagittarius, a fiery sign. So we've had air and fire, which is fast-moving energy. It is a solar eclipse here. We had a lunar eclipse here where a door slammed shut. Something came to a closure here. And that was in your first house of who you are. Something about your achievements, your appearance maybe changed, or it's a very personal house, but I did do that for you. And now we have this solar eclipse where something is being released for something new to come in with the solar eclipse in your 7th house, and that is the house of harmony, relationships, company, spouse, and we'll go more into that as well. We do have Mercury there. Mercury is not happy in the sign of Sagittarius, so Mercury is basically in the detriment of the sign. So one needs to be careful because you are ruled by Mercury. Well, your sun sign is in the sign of Mercury. It's right opposite where it wants to be. So there could be something about a difficulty with a spouse or a partner or business partners or something to that effect, because we have Venus in her fall as well, unhappy in the sign of Scorpio. She doesn't like to be here. She's in the opposite sign to where she likes to be, Taurus, and we have Uranus opposing that, meaning that there's some sudden difficulty. Maybe there's arguments or fiery energy. We have Mars in a very strong position as well that one needs to be careful of. Your karmic allies and friends are very strong at the moment. They're there backing you. Mars, it's in its sign. It likes to be in Aries. Aries is a cardinal sign, so there's a point there. There could be long-term goals, dreams, desires that come through, networking, that type of stuff, because that all these planets are in these places at the time of these eclipses. So these energies are significant. They will carry on. Uranus is and that is the house of your blind side. So, and hidden enemies. One needs to be very aware of hidden enemies. There's an opposition here. Something underhanded, something that you're totally not aware of. Maybe self-sabotage of yourself, addictions maybe too much solitude, too much confinement. You need to use your willpower, because there could be secrecy. And then also it could cause ill health, because the opposite of that is your 6th house, which is your services and the work that you put out there. But, if you're putting out too much, self-sabotaging yourself, you could make yourself ill. And remember, these are fixed signs, so one needs to be very aware of that. Then in your 8th house of other people's money, also a house of secrecy though. You have Saturn, you've been working really hard there. There could have been some difficulty in that of earning your income possibly. Jupiter in its would definitely signifies some difficulty in that sense. And then Pluto bringing up something that has been quite traumatic. It's the house of death. You might have suffered something like that with a family member or something to that effect as well. But it's the house of trauma as well. It's not an easy house to navigate through. Your 10th house, you have Neptune for quite some time there. Neptune is the planet of illusion as well as deceit, fantasy, not having any boundaries. So one needs to be careful of your public identity, what you put out there, your social environment, your social status. There might be some deceit around that there with, this is trining this year, that might come to the fore as well. So just to be aware of that as you navigate through these eclipses, through the eclipse for this month. So I wanted to put an oracle card here. Okay, what is the message for Gemini Spirit for this month of Inti and the 6th eclipse of Inti? Trust your intuition, absolutely, with that 8th house there. Absolutely, the 8th house. You have Jupiter there. Jupiter is your belief systems. Saturn. 8th house is a very intuitive house as well. It deals with the occult, and Pluto is there as well, very deep. Venus as well in Scorpio, so something to take note of. And then the other side, six. That's it. Choices, balance, coming to the fore, and love, partnership. And what did we say is happening in your 7th house? There might be something new or an ending of something. So I'm going to pause this video for me to get to save time and read those. Okay, Gemini, thank you. I have that now. I just want to give you a little more information on the 7th house before where the eclipse is happening for you. So the 7th house, as we say, is committed relationships. So deals possibly with marriage or with partners, including business partners, contracts and legal obligations, one-on-one relationships and encounters, spouse or life of a partner, consulting the other person as opposed to yourself, sexual passions and desires as well, generosity, harmony, company, how you relate in relationships to others, commitments in business or marriage relationships, but also your open enemies. Giving and receiving could be that, and you've had this 12th house as well, where you need to be aware of open enemies and but giving and receiving, it can relate to death. It's close to the 8th house, so it's the setting of the sun, but death of something possibly as well. Old age definitely would come into that, and your attitude to cooperation could come into that as well. So the elm, trust your intuition. Elm is one of the kindest trees. It lends its gentle strength to those who open to it, helping us to overcome exhaustion, especially that which has accumulated over great lengths of time. And hasn't Saturn done that in the last 2.5 years? I mean, really. And this year of 20. I think we're all exhausted in one way or another. This in turn stimulates our intuition, making it stronger and clearer. Elm's appearance heralds a time to trust in your intuition. Find strength in listening to your own inner voice. You are beginning to sense, feel, and even see that which has not always been visible around you and around those you deal with daily. Trust it, no matter how strange it seems, it will prove itself out. And you are dealing with others. So if you have a gut feeling about somebody, possibly their communication isn't quite the way it should be, trust that intuition, because your eclipse is there. And then the numerology, love, partnership, and it says that this card indicates the time when a romantic relationship is about to enter your life. So an old one could be eclipsed out and a new one in, or a new one could take a revival. Perhaps you're single and are about to meet a special someone, or maybe your current relationship is about to progress to a deeper level of understanding and commitment. Exactly what I said. Either way, Love is just around the corner, provided you believe. In the meantime, you're being encouraged to focus on what you have to offer rather than what you'd like to receive. By doing so, you will attract a mutually loving relationship that serves both parties' needs. Remember, you must believe that love exists in order to attract it into your life. So work on any limiting beliefs or negative thoughts you may have about love. That's a possibility with your planet in 4. There's Jupiter in 4, Venus in 4, the seat as well, with where the planet is. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you toward a romantic love relationship. So love and appreciate yourself as you are today. Embrace your imperfections and be assured that you are worthy of love. Your loved one will appear when you know without a doubt that you are lovable and deserving. You go, Gemini. The affirmation is, I don't know how, I don't know when, but love is on its way. Whether it is a current relationship that is renewed or whether there is a new one being eclipsed in, this is the promise of this eclipse for you. And numerology has confirmed that, and so has Aum. So I'm going to pause again. These readings are longer, but with eclipses they normally are, and then do a tarot to confirm and add to this. Thank you. Thank you, Gemini. Okay, so I'd like to call on spirit guides as we go into the tarot reading for 20 Gemini. Guardians of the four corners, angels, ancestors, and sacred ones. I call on you and welcome you here now. Thank you for your clarity, wisdom, and understanding in the messages for Gemini as they move through this eclipse of into the new year. Thank you. Amen. Ooh, okay. What are the messages, Spirit? Thank you. For Gemini 20, what are the messages? 20. We'll take the 3 top cards and I'm led to look at the bottom. 7 again. Decisions that are made. You've got a lot of opportunities with regards to relationship possibly, or something about emotions, because we have cups here. She's almost hugging herself. She's sitting on this little island here. You've had a tough time emotionally, a really tough time. And there's something that you need to possibly let go of and to renew. Which is hugging her heart here and not knowing which way, looking directly at peace and harmony. So that could be something as well that comes into your reading. So our first 3 cards. Definitely emotions. Walking, there's definitely emotions here. All right. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, something that has been very slow moving, earthy, detail orientated. It is a court card. So if it is a person, it could be an earthy person, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Earthy, very detail orientated, but slow moving energy. It is a knight. It could be a younger person, lady that is on a mission and a goal, but with intentions that are very detail orientated, and they want reality. That could be a possibility with a pentacle, or thinking about growing something tangible, property, value, something with value. If it's your own energy, it is your goal, mission, intention to get grounded, checking the details about finances, property, but slow-moving energy, almost to a point of frustratingly slow. But whatever this knight does go on a mission for, he achieves. That's the one thing about this knight, is that because his details are correct, his seeds always blossom. He gets the fruit. 6 of Cups is dealing with something from the past emotionally, where you're yearning for the past. You feel nostalgic, thinking about your childhood, thinking possibly about children in a sense here, wanting balance or thinking about balance. These cups are full, so it's yearning for that really soft, beautiful lover when those cups are all full, and when you were young and happy possibly, or about children. Um, Emotional nostalgia. And then the Eight of Cups is actually walking away from it. Walking away from something that doesn't serve you emotionally anymore. Having the courage to turn your back on something that has just brought you doom and gloom. Something is missing, and there's this eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. The moon is totally eclipsed, and the light is shone on this. And knowing that it doesn't fulfill you, and having the courage to walk away, turn your back on it. It could be a relationship that was beautiful, was balanced, but no longer serves you. But there is a change here with something to do with emotions. And then we have an Eight of Pentacles. Again, something you've been working hard on. This is burning the midnight oil, trying to build up something, trying to perfect something. She's sitting here perfecting her skill, putting every little step into it to make sure that it's beautiful, that it is perfect. But at the same time, because she's working so hard, she's sacrificing life outside, because she's almost put herself in a cage here. So if you've been working hard to build up something, sometimes we sacrifice our emotions, and we forget about the emotional side of life. That's the one thing about the Eight of Pentacles. It brings reward on a practical financial sense, at the expense of something else, but that's life. One has to make choices. The Six of Cups, Spirit, thank you. Again, a choice that has to be made between two things. And it seems to be with regards to finances and emotions. Something is in the background there. A ship is leaving. It's just in the midst there, in the midst, it's sort of moving on. The waters are calmer. You're getting a better balance. You've done this on your own. He's on this unicycle. So many people have got this card of finally having some sort of a balance and being able to balance yourself between two things, and you seem to be balancing yourself between emotions and finances, between emotional stability possibly as well. Okay, walking away, and there we have the Lovers. You could be walking away from a relationship. This is your own card, the Gemini card. The Lovers is the Gemini card. Walking away from your own emotions, possibly, Gemini. It is a major arcana card. It is card number 6. You've got 6, you've got 6, you've got 8, you've got 8. Or it could be walking away from a previous lover, or walking away from a relationship that doesn't serve you. It's in the past now, and a new relationship that starts up. Or it could be a significant choice that is made to walk away from something and making a choice about emotions and finances that have to be made, because this is also the card of significant choice, a karmic choice that has to be made, with the balance of the yin and the yang here. What joins these cards, Spirit? What joins these cards? Three of Pentacles. Negotiating, collaborating, learning a new skill, teaching, around something that's earthy or grounded, around money, around your creativity. You could be doing that as well. It could be around the relationship as well. Something from the past, something where you put a lot of effort in, your goal and intention, and now finding the balance or juggling between the two. You've been juggling between emotions and finances, taking care of whatever you need to take care of in a very skilled, dynamic way. Aries might be your energy. Remember, these are based on rising signs or sun signs. So you might have an Aries rising sign, or Aries sun and the rising sign of Gemini. That might make sense, but Aries definitely comes into this as well. Aries is a 4. It's a major arcana, building something that is stable. He's the Emperor. He's not just a king. He's an emperor. He wants to take care of the greater good. His kingdom, not just the household. What is good for all, on an emotional level, on a tangible, physical level, that there's boundaries, there's authority, there's clear vision here, and he has to do what he has to do. And the Seven of Pentacles, finally reaping the fruits of your labor. You've been nurturing something, working very hard on something. Now finally you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. She has that sunflower in her hand. Her basket is empty. You haven't enjoyed the fruits of this hard labor yet. But with this negotiation with an authority figure possibly, I mean, he's an emperor. That's a possibility away as well. You can fill that basket now because that potential is there. Whatever you did it in a solid, tangible way, pentacle way, and you can nurture it. It is business partners as well. That's a possibility as well, that there's something coming through here. Choices with the authority figure, walking away from something, goals, intentions, collaborations, negotiations, choices. And it might be something that you knew from the past as well. You know, the lovers could also, besides being a spouse, it could be a business partner, you know, a business partner as well. It could be something new that comes through here from something from the past, somebody that you worked with as well. Really beautiful message. I'm going to do an oracle card on that, and then we'll do the numerology of it and close off. So what is the oracle message in closing for Gemini here? Spirit, thank you for this eclipse. Yes, definitely dealing with the past, and you have another 4 there. So I'm going to do the numerology on 3s, 4s, and 6s. 6s or 8s. 8s. Yeah, 6s and 8s. You've got a lot of changes. It is about love, something that's been lost. Your childhood seems to come in here as well, or children. We had that there as well. And love. So let me pause the video and find that in the book to save time and read it. Okay, so let's do our numbers here. We'll go in numerical order. The 4s, you have a 4 there, you have a 4 there. Okay, so the 4s indicate fruition or the manifestation of an idea along with the foundation or the space where things can grow, because 4 is those 4 legs in the ground. Our next number that's quite significant for you, 4, 5, 6s. You have the lovers and you have the 6 of cups there. And you have a 6 there as well, although that is an 8. But 6s seem to be significant for you. And 6s is, could indicate adjustments in your thoughts, in your attitudes, or in conditions around you. It could also represent the ability to transcend difficulties, because 6 is always to get that balance. And then we have 8 of cups, 8, and that is an 8 as well. So 8 is always a very optimistic number. It indicates a positive change of mind or status, because the 8 is that infinity side. There's always that beneficial quality of the number 8, and it's really diluted. Even when some or all of the negative aspects mentioned are involved, and you know, walking away from something, sometimes it's exactly what is needed, is to have that courage to walk away, and eclipses bring that for us, to eclipse something out of our life and to bring something new in our life. So this card here, 1, the empty tomb of love, and it's in your relationship house. And how significant is that it comes up? Love, partnership, love, relationships. It says there is a feeling of loss, whether it is physical or emotional. You must remember that whatever major change happens in our lives, there is always hope. Sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel feels distant, but rest assured you will get there. Whatever age you are, there is a childlike innocence about you. It is okay to feel sad and lost, but it is important that we do not stay in that mind frame for too long. Life is full of changes, and each day will bring a unique experience. If you feel the angels are not listening, you are wrong. They are there and waiting for you to ask for help. Of course, they will never take away your free will, but will always help to guide you through times of despair. Just remember, nothing stays the same forever. Things will improve soon, and they will. As our planets pick up dignity, remember we're all in the same boat, dealing with the same planets where they're not happy, just in different areas of our life. When, after the 21st of November, there's dignity changes, and planets move into other houses, there's changes that pick up and make life a lot easier as we go into this fire and air dynamic, which is faster. It's not going to be overnight, but it definitely is going to bring something better for all of us. So thank you so much, Gemini, for your support. I wish you and your family the best festive season ever within the context of our life at the moment, with this year that we've had really been difficult. Make the best of it. Live in the moment. Trust your intuition. And if it's a renewal of love or a new partner, fantastic. I wish you all the best. Thank you.